hello, I am quickly popping in because I did not intro this video at all. I did literally barely any talking for like a lot of the clips in this video. It just kind of like hops between different things because I don't think I realised that these were all either going to be like in one vlog or that, I don't know what happened, but I did not talk to you literally at all. So hello, hi, I'm Georgia. If you are new here, welcome or welcome back. This is a chatty little vlog. We have a lot of cute, fun stuff happening in this video. This is probably like, not one of my favourite vlogs, I would say, but one of my favourite like times, months, weeks in my life ever. Big claims, I know. First clips are me getting my hair done. Please do not look at how it looks now. This is not an accurate representation of the fact that it actually looks nice, okay? Thank you so much. So I am going to get my hair done. I have not had my hair done since like May. It's obviously now September, like it has been a while. I am wanting to go back blonde. Literally so annoying, I know. But it's even more annoying because I actually feel like the hair colour that I have now suits me the most out of like any hair colour. More than like the dark, more than the really, really light blonde. I feel like this one kind of like suits my complexion and like my eye colour and things like that. Like I really like this colour. I just want to be blonde. Like I feel the prettiest and I feel the most me, as cringy as that sounds when I'm blonde. But like I'm really loving this colour and like the more natural vibe, I guess, because when I'm blonde, girl, I do not look natural. I do not particularly look natural now, but I just mean like I look a little bit more natural. But I do want to go back blonde, but more of like a natural blonde, like a darker blonde, because my hair last time was like white, like silver, so I don't want to be as blonde as that. Somewhere in between me now and the blonde that I used to be, somewhere in the middle. But I will be sad to see this hair colour go. Like I said, I do really like it and I do think it really suits me. I think I've probably had like the most compliments ever on my hair this colour. So we'll be sad for that to go, but I'm excited to be back blonde or even like a little bit blonder. I don't know, I'm gonna see what my hairdresser says because I do want it to come like quite high up because I haven't had all the top dyed in months, like since I first went dark, which was like around about this time last year. I don't know, unsure, and then I think I'll probably just get like a little bit of a trim, my layers cut back in. I do not want to come out with short hair. Like I feel like every time I go to the hairdressers, I walk in and I end up coming out with a bob, which is my fault because I always just say, yeah, just cut it off. I'm trying to grow my hair, so we're going to try and keep some of the length, but that's the vibe. I'll keep us updated.
Why does it feel like a vow? We'll both uphold somehow. What if he's written mine on my other thigh, only in my mind? I screamed his name up like waves, scratching over my brain. Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as sin?
Just me popping in because I actually forgot to show you my hair. This is not the best representation of it because this clip is currently whilst I'm on holiday, so she has been fried by the sun, the sea and the chlorine pool. But we just went for like more of a natural sort of like beigey blonde. It's definitely not as blonde as I used to be, but I did say I didn't want that, I wanted more of like a natural blonde, but it is lighter than what we went off with and what I originally started out as like a full dark brunette. But yeah, I just thought, literally haven't shown you that. But then the next clips are of me with that new hair also, so I mean, go figure. Then after that, we are going into like the little concert clips. So I went to go and see Kahan first. It's actually my second time seeing Noah. We went to go and see him about last October and he was amazing. I loved him, and I think maybe like a month or so after we'd seen him then, which was only at like a small venue. The venue was tiny. It was like one of the O2 academies, if you are in the UK, if you know them. They're obviously like smaller venues. We saw him there in October, and then I think maybe like a month or so after that the tickets went on sale for like his UK arena tour, so of course we had to buy tickets, and then that was obviously when we went to go and see him. Just the fact that like his crowd and obviously his like popularity, I guess, or like just that his listeners, I suppose, had increased that much in such a short space of time is insane. He was so good. I will say, like, not that his vocals were ever bad, like he's insane, but like the note changes, the performance, like everything was just leveled up so much. It was incredible. Maisie Peters was the opening act. I got to hear Main live I got to hear Forever Live, which like I want to be my wedding song. I will stop talking and include some clips. But it was literally unreal. It was so good. And then literally a week or so after that, then we went to go and see Niall. I actually was not originally meant to be going to see Niall. My friend was going with one of her other friends, the same two girls that I went to go and see Kahan with. And last minute, one of their friends couldn't go. And I'd been mentioning that I wanted tickets, but like I didn't want to go on my own because they had seated tickets and I think there was only standing left, and I was like, oh dude, I don't want to buy a standing ticket and like have to stand on my own stuff. And then on a whim, literally like a week or so before, she messaged me, my friend, and was like, we have this spare ticket, are you coming with? I was like, of course girls, sign me up. I used to be such a Niall girl. Like guys, if you don't know, which I feel like you probably should, I was such a One Direction girl in general. I'm obviously a huge Harry girl, well, just a huge Harry in general. But like I love One Direction, loved Niall. My first ever Twitter account was a Niall fan account. So like this was a full circle moment because I've actually obviously never seen him live solo. Have seen One Direction live, every single tour. Just him. Again, he was so good. Like literally his performance, his vocals, his energy, like the way he interacted with the crowd, like everything was just chef's kiss, perfect. Again, I will include some clips.
Get those hands together, come on.
Hearing Niall sing Stockholm Syndrome, a One Direction song, in 2024 was life-changing, literally life-changing. And then I think the only other clip that I have in here, sort of like no context, just randomly, is just on like a cutesy little day out, obviously trying to embrace the last of summer. I'm going to London to go and meet Marty, Sophie, Jenna and Siri. I am literally so excited. I just need to finish up, get ready, and then I'm gonna head to the train station. I literally cannot wait. I have just got back home from my little London trip, and guys, My heart is so full. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but I've literally just had the best time. Like, I could cry thinking about it. I've cried so much since I left. For context, I went to London, and whilst I was there I met some of my like book besties. If you don't know, I have a book Instagram, it'll be on here somewhere, Read with Georgia, and I have been friends with some of these people for years. So I met up with Marty, Sophie, Jenna and Siri, and it was just like incredible. And I was so nervous going into it, and like my anxiety has been at an all-time high in the last few, I would say like the year or so. But like, I know that me a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago would have never met them, like, because I would have literally just been like, no, too anxious. And like, I was just saying my anxiety has been at like an all-time high, which like, I don't know what is going on, that's a whole different thing. But like, I am really trying to like push myself, because I feel like I've become like such a homebody, because I'm letting my anxious thoughts like rule my life. So I'm really trying to like get over that. That was a complete tangent, but basically I was just saying like, me a few years ago would have never have gone, because I would have like let my anxiety put me off. I am so glad that I went. Like, even me now, I was thinking like, oh my god, am I gonna sort of like regret it? Is it gonna be awkward? Are they gonna like me? Like, all of those typical anxious thoughts. But I cannot even express how, oh my god, I'm literally gonna cry. Okay, I literally just had the best time ever. So Jenna flew from Australia, Siri flew from Estonia, both with their partners. Like, first of all, that is insane. They flew to London, and then me and Marty and Sophie obviously are all in the UK. Sophie lives in London, Marty is from somewhere south, I don't know, not a geographical queen. I'm obviously the token northern girly, but like, we have been talking for so long, literally years, and to be able to like meet them, it was just incredible. Like, we had the most wholesome weekend. We were just like exploring around London. We went obviously to Holland Park and to see Magnolia's house, because Magnolia Parks is actually the book that originally started our group chat with the 5 of us. So we had to go there. We went shopping, we went to Daunt Books, and then we went back to Sophie's and we were having like drinks on her balcony, like just giggling over Aperols and laughing. And oh my god, I genuinely just cannot express, like, I had such a good time. Like, I literally sobbed when we had to leave them on the Sunday. Obviously, like, the international girlies had to fly back home, and many tears were shed. Like, I cry at everything. I could cry right now just thinking about it. But like, my heart is just so full. And if I would have been like, I would have let my anxiety rule my decision, I would never have gone. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, she says whilst literally crying. This is kind of embarrassing. They were literally all taking a look at me because they knew I was gonna cry. I did obviously start crying before we had even said goodbye. I'm just like, having long distance friends, I never really appreciated it before. It is not fun. Jenna is literally in Australia. Like, it is quite literally the other side of the world. And it's just another reason to go on my move to Australia list. But then on the Sunday, I met up with Chloe and Paris as well. They are UK girlies too. Like, again, further down south. I feel like we need more northern book girls, or at least that like I know. Met up with them as well, and we just did like a little bit of shopping. We went to the big Waterstones in Piccadilly, and that was really cute as well. But like, how crazy is it that I have met all of those people like through our love of books, and the fact that my book account, like, that's how I've made those friends. It's literally insane. And now I couldn't imagine like not talking to them and not being friends with them. It's just crazy. And then, oh my god, we were talking about the Winnie the Pooh quote that's like, how lucky am I to have something so special that makes saying goodbye so hard. Oh guys, I am an emotional wreck, and it is not fun. People that have long distance friends, more power to you, because this has emotionally tipped me over the edge. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little mini book haul because we need to sort this out. This is kind of embarrassing. I actually only got 2 books. I was pretty well behaved. So when we went to Daunt Books, I got Tuesdays with Maury, because this is Sophie's like one of her all-time favourite books, and Marty also absolutely loved it. And they were just saying like, it's one of those books that really makes you like think about life. They were saying like it's not like a little life, but it's in that same kind of scope where it has obviously like a deeper meaning. It makes you think about things rather than just being like a fluffy little book, which don't get me wrong, we all love, but we do love like a deeper book. They did tell me it was going to make me cry, which is great, but us girls that hadn't read it, we picked it up, and then this is going to make me cry again, so I literally cannot even like look at this. We all wrote a note inside of each other's book. Like, this is from them, and I genuinely cannot read that because I don't want to sob. And then the only other book that I got when we went to Waterstones on the Sunday is The Nightingale by Kristen Hannah. So Marty is actually reading this like at the minute. He was reading it on the train, which was a bold choice. I do also want to read Firefly Lane, but I didn't have that in there, so I've picked up this one. I am going to try and read like more general fiction, historical fiction, just because, I don't know, like recently, as much as I love a fluffy little romance, I fear I may have kind of been like, not growing out of them, but if I know that I'm not going to like absolutely love a book, it's not going to be a 5 stars, or it's not going to kind of like add anything, I'm kind of not gravitating towards reading them. Which, like, yes, reading is for fun and for enjoyment, and sometimes I might want to read like a fluffy little book that I'm going to give like a 3 stars. But recently, like, I have found it, I don't want to say I'm in a slump, but I've been feeling a little bit slumpy because I'm just like, why am I going to bother reading this book if I'm not going to love it? I don't know how that relates to this, but I've just been like, I recently have been gravitating towards books that have a bit of a deeper meaning, that I feel like are going to make me think about things, or that are going to stick with me for a long time, rather than just reading for the sake of reading. Does that make sense? I don't know. But they are the 2 books that I picked up. They are going to join the autumn TBR. And I did also get a tote bag. Let me go grab it. Had to get a tote bag, and I had to get the green. I just love it. Very autumnal. We all got the green. We were all walking around with our little matching totes, looking so cute. But that was my mini little London debrief and update. This is your sign to take more risks and put yourself out there, meet those people. I feel like I sound so cringy, like this should not have been an enlightening experience, but it really was. Like, I already cannot wait to see them again, and my cup is just so full, and I'm feeling so blessed and so lucky. I'm gonna go and listen to Zach Bryan 28 and cry. I actually need to pack because I'm going on holiday in 2 days, and I have not packed a single thing. I have not bought any clothes, so I need to try on stuff, see what fits. I've borrowed some stuff from my cousin. I need to go through and see what I have. So that is what's going to be next on the agenda. I also need to like tint my eyebrows, do all that stuff, which is not fun. I'm getting my eyelashes done tomorrow. Got my nails done the other day. They are very cute because I'm not gonna lie, I'm so ready for autumnal nails, and these felt like a good mixture of somewhere in the middle. But yeah, that's all the updates that I have for you as of right now. Maybe I will put some footage in of me packing my case. I don't really know, because I feel like that's gonna stress me out because, as I just said, haven't tried on any clothes. But yeah, I'm sure I'll catch up with you before I end this vlog at some point. So I actually ended up going to the works now that I'm back home. I picked up a few newbies, but I'm going to quickly fire through them because I literally need to leave for the airport in about 10 minutes. I'm stressed. I've had a morning from like literal hell, but it's fine. We moved. First book that I picked up is The Witch is Back. This was £2 in the sale, and I thought I have no like witchy, spooky kind of romances. I'm guessing it's a romance, but I have no kind of like spooky reads, you know, kind of like the X-Hex, that kind of vibe. Don't have any of those on my physical TBR, so I thought I'll pick one up whilst it was literally in the sale. Another one that was in the sale is Fourth Wing. This one was actually, I think it was like £1 or £1.50 because it's damaged, but I am really bad for like cracking spines, dog earing pages, having water damage on my books. Like, that doesn't really bother me because books are supposed to look well loved, in my opinion, and I have already read this, but I have the hardback, and I just wanted to like upgrade to a paperback because I hate hardbacks. So I didn't mind, and I was like, it's literally £1, I've already read it. I probably will not read it again, so a £1.50 copy did me just fine. Then I picked up 3 by Hannah Bonham Young. So I picked up Out on a Limb first of all. If you watch my last like Bookish vlog, I was talking about how I went into the works for this but they only had these two, they didn't have this one, and because they're in the 3 for $6 deal, I thought, well, I'll just wait until I can find them, like all 3 of them at once. So I got out on a limb. I have already read this, I loved this. I think I read it like last year and I gave it a 5 stars. I was literally obsessed with this book and I wanted to read more by her. The cover of this also is absolutely stunning. And then the other 2 that I picked up were Next to You and Next of Kin. I don't know if these 2 follow on from each other, just with both of the titles being next. Is it going to kind of be like a series or like an interlinking standalone? I have no idea. I also have no idea what either of these are about, but just because of how much I love this and I love the writing style and I love the relationship and how like everything to do with them was portrayed, I thought that I hopefully will love these ones too. That is my mini book haul. I am going to sign this vlog off here because I need to leave to catch a plane to Greece. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.